Hey everyone, it's Heather Nichols, and I had a whole lot of fun creating this great background using the new Mini Strips backer die. I used it along with the Mini Strips Valentine stamp set and the original Mini Strips die. The Mini Strips backer die creates a mat for your sentiment that leaves a 1/16 inch border all the way around the edge of each of the different sizes that are cut out with the Mini Strips die. I'm using several colors of cardstock: cherry pop, guava, pink champagne, and toffee. I'm using sugar cube and Oreo inks. I'll use the Heart Stacklets die collection as well. I'm starting out by stamping the different sentiments on each of the different colors of cardstock. I'll set up the stamp into my mini MISTI. I'll close the lid of the MISTI to pick up the stamp, and then when I put the cardstock down in the mini MISTI, I'm using a little bit of adhesive on the back of the cardstock to hold it in place while I stamp the sentiments. I'm stamping the sentiments on the darker colors of cardstock, the guava and the cherry pop, using sugar cube ink, and I'll stamp the sentiments on the pink champagne and toffee cardstocks using Oreo ink. Once everything is stamped, I'll use my die cut machine and the coordinating Mini Strips die to cut out all of the sentiments. I'll line up the guides that are stamped on the cardstock with the guides on the die, attach everything to the cardstock with purple tape so it won't move, and send it through my die cut machine. Next, I'll use the Mini Strips backer die to die cut strips from each color of cardstock. Next, I arranged all of my sentiment strips in order like they are on the stamp set because I'm going to be mixing and matching them on my background after I attach them to the backer die cuts. I used the stamp set insert as a guide to lay out the sentiment strips, and then I also used the die as a guide to lay out the backer strips in the right order. Once I had everything organized, I added the Mini Strips sentiments to the coordinating backer die sizes. I mixed and matched the colors so that I have a really fun, random, and colorful background on my card. Now that I have my Mini Strip sentiments on the coordinating backer dies, I'm going to create the background on my card. I'm attaching the strips kind of tiled across the card, and I'm again picking random colors so that it just has a fun and colorful look all the way across the card and that the same colors aren't right next to each other. I'm using the Happy Valentine's Day sentiment from the Handlettered Love set for the sentiment on my card. I'm embossing it with white embossing powder on a piece of vellum that I've put Stick-It on the back of to attach onto my project. The vellum won't cover up that fun background that I just spent all that time creating, and the white embossing powder will really help the sentiment pop on the front of the card. I'll use a Heart Stacklets die to cut out the sentiment, and then when I'm finished die cutting the heart, I'll peel off the backing from the Stick-It and I'll attach it right over the top of my background on my project. I hope you enjoyed watching how I put together this fun strippy background using the Mini Strips Valentine Day set, the Mini Strips die, and the new Mini Strips backer die. You can find all of the supplies to create this project at the Tailored Expressions web store at tailoredexpressions.com. Thanks for joining me, everybody, and I'll see you next time.